Hey y'all, hey, and welcome to Tootie Talk Sense. And of course, I am Tootie. Now, y'all, how y'all doing today? I am on my lunch break, so forgive me if I get to talking kind of quick because I am trying my best to get through two chapters today. Chapter 9 and chapter 10. Now, I hear an echo. So I'm trying to get through chapter 9 and chapter 10 of Jada Pinkett Smith book, Worthy. Now, I did chapter 8 yesterday. Now, I have read up to, sorry, I have listened up to, because I'm doing an audible, okay? I have listened up to chapter 12. So it may get a little stagnated after this chapter 12 because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hit every because I still work. Y'all ain't I'm not monetized yet. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit all, and get in here and be watching these lives so I can go ahead and quit. If y'all want these updates to be any quicker. Okay, so what's coming up for the channel? Like I said, we're gonna be back on your trending topics and discussing various things, whatever may come up, y'all. Y'all put in the comments for what y'all will want to discuss later. Now let's continue on with chapter 9, chapter 10. I only got a certain amount of time. Hopefully, I'm not gonna talk too fast for y'all, and we're gonna get through to chapter 9, chapter 10. Just so I can let y'all know, chapter 10 is the chapter everybody been talking about. That's where the Tupac proposal come in at. And that's the and it's not he did not propose while he was in jail. It was through a letter. So let's go on. So chapter 9 is her friend threw her 21st birthday party. She thought no one was going to show up, but it was packed and star-studded. They played the video of her and Tupac singing the Parents Just Don't Understand video. The Parents Just Don't Understand song from Will Smith. So let me show y'all the video because it is on YouTube. And I'm sharing with the fair use. Let me hopefully get the channel of the person who got this up. This channel is called Tupac. Tupac. I sound like the white people. Tupac Unlimited. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a copyright strike. But it was fun to jam out for that love it, okay? So they end up playing that video at her 21st birthday party. Let me let me try to stop the video from playing in the background and let me move on. I'm talking about I ain't got much time. I hear some music. I'm like, hey, yeah. Now, Will was there, and all they did was say hi to each other, and that was it. So one day she was driving, and a friend flagged her down. She got out the car. She said hi to the friend, and then she just burst out in tears. She drove off, um, and then but she was too rattled to drive, so she turned into a little side street. She parked. Her heart was pounding. She was feeling anxious. She just started crying. She couldn't catch her breath, and she couldn't fight off sadness. She made it home, and the sadness overtook her, and it was unbearable. The only option she thought she had was to end it all. She thought about slitting her wrist more and more, and she was beginning to accept it. She called her mom and told her she need her, and her mom made arrangements to come to her. She called MC Light, who was on the East Coast, and told her she didn't feel safe being alone with herself. MC Light flies out to be with Jada until Jada mom could make it. Jada mom was sober for only a little time and was only able to stay for 2 weeks. So Jada reached out to Debbie Allen, who referred her to a psychiatrist who diagnosed her with severe depression, put her on medication, which Jada didn't like the medication because it messed with her libido. And at that time, she was like, sex is the only thing that I had that, take my mind away and made me feel calm. She decided she was done with Hollywood. She bought a farmhouse on the outskirts of Baltimore. And then it goes, running is a part of the human experience. And this is the end of the chapter. Like this chapter, I'm just summarizing as I said before. You guys can buy the whole book. At the end of each chapter, there's like usually a quote, and then she goes into things like, to me, it's things that you can either journal about or meditate about. So running is a human experience that can lead us astray and back to ourselves. Fight or flight is a part of DNA. Once we stand our ground and face our pain, it can't kill us, but the more we ignore or run from the pain, it gives it power. Have the strength to say you need help and get help. And that's for the people who's thinking about taking your own life. And what I also would add, also, if you know a friend who's going through hard times and you think that they may be consumed with something, reach out, ask them, do they need help or do they need someone to talk to? Because sometimes it doesn't present, you can't see it in the person, but it never hurts to ask. And some people are just asking, and you'll be like, hey, not just how's your day, but are you all right? Are you like mentally dealing with this? And you'll get a whole mouthful, and some people are just looking to unload. So now we're going into chapter 10. The title of chapter 10 is Trying to Find My Footing. She bought the farmhouse, but she stayed in LA while it was being renovated. Her mom was sober and in a relationship with her third husband and was living in the suburbs. She was on Prozac. She had stopped drinking and dating and going out. Dwayne Martin called and asked her to come out with him and his girlfriend, Tisha Campbell, and Will Smith would join them later. Will was not goofy like she thought he would be. He was smart, charming, a good talker, had a wide range of interests, including rap, politics, and philosophy. She thought he was intriguing and captivating. Weeks later, Will called her, and her mom didn't approve because he was married. So mom told her to hang up the phone. She shouldn't talk to a married man. So Jada told Will what her mama said, and he agreed, and they didn't talk for a year. In 1994, she was busy acting. Then she directed Gerald Levert video, and she started directing other things as well. So Prince called and wanted her to do a film with him. They ended up becoming friends. Prince was another mentor to her. He was the first person who she saw shut down a movie theater. They were walking into the movie theater and she was talking like usual. Prince was barely taller than Jada, and then he barely taller than her with heels on. But he grabbed Jada, threw her over his shoulder, and walked with her over the shoulder. She said Prince was a manly man. Even with heels, he was a manly man. So fall in 1994, she dated a guy, and she was up front, and she said she's going to get him the name Lance. So obviously that's not the guy name. And she said he wanted a child with her, and he gave her trips, gifts, and etc. He offered to pay $700,000 towards the repairs of her farmhouse, and she declined. So he got angry. Her mom said, "Nope, I don't like him," but Jada kept dating him. She was visiting Lance when she got the call that Tupac had been shot, so she had to leave. Lance is upset because he's leaving her to. Lance is upset because she's leaving him to go be with another man. And this wasn't the first time that a boyfriend had a problem with her and Tupac relationship. She left and arrived at the courthouse for Pac's first day of court, and he was in a wheelchair. Pac was certain that someone was trying to unalive him, so she suggested he come live with her. But his mom said that would be the first place they look because him and Jada's friends, somebody looking for Pac, they're gonna, if he ain't at home or with his mom now, of course, you're the next stop. So Jasmine Guy flew in when she heard the news and they suggested that they suggested he go to Jasmine house because nobody knew that Jasmine Guy and Tupac was friends. And so that's where he went. She went back to Lance, where the boyfriend. She went back to Lance, where she almost encountered DV. domestic violence. I don't know if YouTube's going to cut that, but when I say DV, that's what I'm referring to, because there's certain words that everybody say YouTube don't like. Like I said, I haven't been in here long enough. I don't know, but I'll be trying to try it. We'll see if they let this video go through. Because I didn't already played music. I didn't say DV. Like, so we'll see. Now, so she went back to his house where she encountered DV. So she left him and ended the relationship. Her love language is protection. She went to Rikers in January of 1995 to see Tupac. He was in the infirmary while he awaited his sentence. He wasn't required to turn himself in, but the judge ordered him held after he couldn't make a $3 million bond. So December the 1st, 1994, he was convicted of S abuse. She visited Pac in Rikers Island. When she went to visit him, Pac was thin with bald patches from his alopecia. She said Pac did not look like himself. Now, so I have heard the commentary, some people saying, oh, she's over here trying to tell Pac business, saying that his alopecia, if you watch that last documentary that came out, it says in there he had alopecia, and it talks about it. So this part in the book is no big secret if you didn't watch the documentary. She ain't saying nothing that haven't already been publicly said. So she told Pac her and some older women he knew was trying to get his bail, to get him out of there. But Pac thought with his charges, he didn't want a woman to post his bail because, again, he was accused of S assault. So he was like, no, I don't want a woman to post his bail, to post my bail. He said since men was making millions off his music, that the record company should be the ones to get his bail, not women. Jada insisted she helped Pac, but Pac said no. All he wanted her to do was make sure his mom's bills was paid. Pac told Jada to distance herself from him because of the nature of his charges. Jada didn't tell Pac, but she was already getting calls from Black female organizations to disown Pac, but she didn't. In Rikers, they stayed in close communication by phone or letters. She paid a couple of his legal bills. Pac had 2 to 7 years, but they was appealing. She received a letter from Pac dated February 2nd or 3rd, and he addressed it to J.K. Shakur, as in Jada Kareem Shakur. Pac started the letter saying, now this is the part, y'all. Pac started the letter saying he know that him and Jada has never been romantic, but he believes they were meant to be husband and wife. He said when he was in a struggle, other claims to love him, but only Jada did. And when he blew up, everyone claimed to love him. Everyone has turned against him, and Jada is still showing her love for him. After deep reflection, he realized the friend, lover, and soul was always there all the time. He haven't felt the love and loyalty from anyone else like he did from Jada. So he said he wants to commit himself to her, and he wants to marry her and answer ASAP because his entire existence hinders on her saying yes. Jada knew that they had love for each other, but not like husband and wife love. She knew he just needed someone to do time with him, and she planned on doing that time with him as a friend. Pac called her mom and asked Jada mom and asked Jada mom for Jada hand in marriage. She said Pac was old fashioned with traditional ways. He believed in family and value, and he loved children. Jada didn't think she would ever get married to anyone. Her mom loved Pac, but didn't think they should get married. She said they should wait until he get out, and Pac mom said, do what y'all want. So Jada mom telling them, wait till you get home. Pac mom is saying, do whatever y'all want. So Jada asked, do you want me to come for conjugal visits? And he said yes. And she said she couldn't do that. She knew Pac wanted her as a wife to get him through his jail sentence, but not for a lifetime. And once Pac got out of jail, he was happy he didn't marry Jada. So, during the social media, people are saying, "Oh, well, Jada lying. He didn't ask her to marry her in jail." I say everybody act like they don't y'all don't know about jail talk. You know, the men say stuff when they talk in jail, and he did marry somebody in jail and divorced her once he got out of jail. So, or divorce, I don't know, was it a divorce or annulment, because they was married the 18 months he was in there. So I don't know if it may have been annulled, but it was over once he got out of jail. So I don't know why that's such a far stretch, but hey, that's what y'all say. So on February 8th, Pac was sentenced to 18 months to 4 years. The New York Times said he tearfully apologized to victims, but insisted he wasn't guilty. Around Valentine's Day, Pac was sent to jail, and Will Smith's divorce hit the newspaper. Will called Jada while she was in Baltimore renovating the farmhouse. Will asked, are you seeing anybody? Jada said no. And he said, good. You seeing me now? Jada said, okay. And I remember seeing this episode on Real Tables Talk too. And that Will was there, Jada was there, the mom was there. And I don't know who else was there, but I know those three was there when they was talking about it. And she was like, she said, like a dummy. I'm like, okay. It was funny. That's why I remembered it. But Jada was turned on by Will's boldness. We make mistakes and fail sometimes. Now, this is the end of the chapter, you guys. And these are her words. So we make mistakes and fail sometimes. That part of life, there are no guarantees. If we wait for guarantees, we will spend most of our lives waiting. Sometimes on our journey, we lose our footing. This is unavoidable. Too often, our mistake paralyzes us, and we can stop trusting ourselves. We can become so fearful that we become stagnant. We must remain in touch with our willingness to find our way and to find our footing. Knowledge and wisdom comes from embracing life. Your steps may not always be perfect, although people may shame you into believing that there are times that you step into shit and sometimes that you step into a gold mine. Either way, life is about taking risks and stepping out on faith in the path you need, you will find. Oh, and the path you need will find you. Do something today to change it up. Drive a different way home, make a new friend, learn something new, and have fun learning your footing along the way. And y'all, that concludes chapter 10. And I think that's great advice. Do something great to do. You know, it doesn't even have to be great. Just do something different today. It could be, like she said, something as simple, taking a different way home. You may run across. When I take a different way home, I be looking at houses and things, especially if I'm going somewhere and I ride through this affluent neighborhood that's close by, I'll be looking at it one day. I got to manifest it one day. I'm having a house like that one day. You know, working, trying to get through it. I'm on Duolingo, and my daughter is trying to learn Zulu, and we're both trying to learn Zulu and Spanish. But I really want to learn sign language. Is the really thing that I want to learn, because we knew a little bit of it. I knew a little bit of it growing up. But y'all, what do you think that y'all gonna do new or try something different today? And so far, how are you liking the book? And do you believe the proposal? Do you believe the letter? Do you believe that happened, that Tupac proposed? And if you don't, tell me why. Tell me why that you don't believe anything that Jada is saying. Stay tuned, y'all. Keep this. Turn the notification on. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Don't be petty like that. Like the video, y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Hit all so you can see the notifications when I go live. You can follow me on Facebook, because I finally got my Facebook back, Tootie Talk Sense. You can follow me on Twitter, Tootie Talk Fan Base, Black-owned social media fan base, Tootie Talk Sense. And I'm missing one. Instagram and TikTok is Tootie Talk. If you want to do Tootie Talk Sense, if you want to donate to the channel, there you see the tag down there. You go Cash App, Tootie Talk Sense. I'm finna go ahead, get on back to work. Have to go make this money. Don't let it make you. Okay. I will talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Bye.